Sunshine's Corner, being brought to you by Quint and Richie Studer. And good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into the hottest spot in town. And when I say the hottest spot in town, I literally mean that. We're here at Sunshine's Corner. This is the place you can have that conversation. I mean, I call it my calmness in the storm. When you can have a difficult conversation, but yet feel comfortable having the conversation here. And you know, today is not going to be any different because I met this young lady a year ago. And I promised her, because of her story and what she's dealing with and how she's sharing her story to help so many others. I would like to welcome Melissa. She's in with me today, and we're talking about a deadly drug and since I met you, I gotta say this, Melissa, I went and I started checking out other things. Mm-hmm. It is so deadly.
It is.
In the city.
Yes.
It is so overwhelming in the city because we're talking about fentanyl.
Yes.
And it is such a deadly drug and it only takes that much.
Just a little bit.
And what we're going to share today is the story of her son.
Yes.
And I mean, it takes a strong person to be able to do that. And I want to say to you, thank you for coming to share it with our viewers so that everybody can know that. And I'll say this, and I only say this in the way from my heart. Sometimes God allows things to happen so we can reach out. Even with a tragedy, He'll turn it into good.
Yes.
To help somebody else.
Yes.
And let's talk about you. Let's tell everybody about you so that we can find out about you, Melissa. Tell me about you. Tell me a little bit about you, and then we're going to move on to your son.
Okay. So I have Jamie's mom's house.
Right.
I am Melissa Moyer-Push. I work for the Center for Excellence of Pensacola,
right,
on the west side of town.
Right.
We're a resource center. And what Jamie's mom's house is, it is a place of healing and hope for families who have lost loved ones to addiction. And we bring awareness to the opioid and fentanyl crisis.
Right.
And it is more than a crisis. I feel as if it's a mass murder.
Oh, God.
Right? When you see the statistics about what happened across America, we've lost more people to the fentanyl crisis than all three of our wars. So, I mean, that is a struggle. And, you know, I was talking to somebody not long ago about, you know, do I feel, that I do feel that this is a world war and that we're being attacked from the outside in by different countries, but then it's a mass suicide as well. We're killing ourselves.
Exactly. And when you say that, because during my research, I found out that fentanyl is so that much.
That's much. That's it.
Can take you out.
That's it. When I first saw fentanyl on my son's death certificate, we didn't even know what fentanyl was. Right. That was 9 years ago.
Really?
Yes. When I read that, I was like, what is this new drug?
Right.
But I mean, it's been around for a long time, and
now I found that out. It's been around.
Yes.
That is even used in hospitals, but they know how to use it.
That's right.
But my thing is, it is so deadly.
Yes.
And with you being, and I mean, I tell you, I pray every day.
Me too.
For the young people, even for some adults who are out there doing the same thing.
You better believe it, because the statistics are that most are being killed or dying due to this between the ages of like 30 and 50.
What?
Yes, that is statistics.
So it's got to be, you know, I used to hear how crack was so addictive.
Yes.
So this thing here got to be even more so addictive than that, because if it only takes that much.
That's right. So a lot of people don't realize either, Sunshine, that that they're lacing marijuana with this now on the streets. And how I know this is because of what we do. We help families to cremate or bury their loved ones in case that they do not have the resources to do so. And how many people died because of their pot being laced with fentanyl.
Exactly.
Right?
So, I mean,
so that's why the statistics are showing a higher age as well.
Because of the fact that, I mean, they're trying to get it legal here in Florida. Mm-hmm. It's not legal. But the fact of it is, I guess what why would a person do that? Does it make you feel any different with the marijuana? Does it make the
Well,
high any longer?
Most don't know that it was laced. And it's funny because often in my life, I get an Uber. And I was in an Uber ride with someone before, and you know, I try and supply everybody with Narcan.
Right.
Anytime that I'm out and about, restaurants, Uber drivers, what have you. And he said, it is so funny that you were talking to me, because he said, I was at a local bar the other night, and I heard two guys that I'm friends with, that they're my friends, and they were talking about lacing marijuana with fentanyl, and that how much would be too much. And he said, I couldn't believe that this came from my own friend's mouths. He was like, I had to walk away. I was like, you should have stood up.
Exactly.
You
It
should
says
have
something,
stood
but that
up.
stuff is so deadly.
That's right.
I mean, what when you think about those, so fentanyl, the real use of fentanyl was used for what? I mean, to be in hospitals to do what?
So mostly for pregnancies, for the epidural.
You're kidding me?
Yes.
That's what fentanyl was really prescribed
Yes.
for? I didn't know that.
Yes, and I wouldn't have known that either, but Stephanie Johnson researched that, actually.
Get away
Yes,
from here.
yeah.
I mean, oh my God. Well, I had my kids. You think I had some?
Right.
I mean.
Me too. No.
But you think about it, these are things
Yeah.
that we didn't know, that we are not
That's
aware
right.
of. I mean, how powerful is it that if you think about the pain of a baby, so they give you
Right.
that to numb the pain.
Right.
So if you're inhaling this,
Right. Oh, and that's something else. Okay, so we do get, well, I get several phone calls per week. Last week was a really terrible week. We had several people that overdosed. But when I got the phone call about a 3-year-old baby that overdosed and died, and that the parents were being arrested and they will spend life in jail, but a 3-year-old just from a contact, like.
so
just
if it was in
inhaling.
the house and it was just a little bit on the table
Right.
and the child walking around.
That's right. That's it. Think about that. If it's going to kill a grown 6-foot man,
What will it do for a
that's
baby?
Right, that's right. And how many babies? That was a devastating thing to me. That was my first baby that I ever heard about, right, directly.
Right.
So like that's devastating.
Okay, now with Jamie's house, right?
Yes.
Okay, now when a person, tell me what Jamie's house really, what it does. I mean, let's say if there's a person out there
Yeah.
that's, if they're not, if they have a problem of a drug addiction,
Yes.
can they come to you? Can they talk to you? What can they do? What does Jamie's house do?
So it is Jamie's mom's house.
Okay.
Okay. And the reason being is that I relate to the families, to the parents.
Okay.
Right? So we were the missing components of everything, right?
Okay.
There's always a place for people in addiction to go. But what happens often, and it happened in my own life, is that they go and they get the care that they need, and they don't include the family, so there's no recovery. There really isn't. All the trauma that's happened to the families is real, and then we're left to deal with it. And when the real recovery comes is when the whole family recovers. Because you think about how many times it takes for somebody to get sober. So that's a lot of trauma on a family. And then the unforgiveness and the just everything being piled on. Well, if there was more programs like this, so the difference between us and other recovery groups would be that there is a place for people that are recovering from addiction. There's a place for the families that have people actively in addiction on the streets or wherever.
Right.
And then there's a place for people that have lost loved ones to addiction. So I have in-person groups and I have online groups. And one time, I'm going to use this example, which is beautiful. We were meeting and there was a woman crying, and you could visibly see, like, she had lost her hair, she was wearing a wig, like she had so much trauma to her. She had her 2 little grandchildren there, and she said, their mom, I can't find their mom. I know that their mom is on the street and she's addicted, and like you could see all just the visible trauma. And then another mom who had just lost her daughter stood up, went over and hugged her and said, I know what you're feeling.
I understand.
Right? And then there was another young lady that stood up and said, "Hi, my name is Jen, and on behalf of your daughters and on behalf of myself to my own parents, I'm sorry."
Oh my
and
God.
that's when I knew I saw what God brought together in this group, because I am not smart enough to envision everything. When I woke up this morning, I said, "Lord, let me tell them that you put this all together."
Exactly.
This is the healing that's
we
supposed
need.
to happen, right? The devil hates family.
Oh, don't you know what? He want to tear that apart anyway.
That's right.
Unbelievable.
So
let me commend you.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, to go through what you had to deal with, and then to come from your heart to want to help somebody else. And that's got to be, that's strength.
Thank you.
To do that, because I don't know, when I see people that are going through with tragedy, or when I see some people on the streets, when I'm driving, and I can see them and I know something is wrong, and I think with that, and sometimes people look down on people that are struggling with addiction, but it's just that it's addiction.
That's right.
They don't want to be there.
They don't. No one grew
Nobody
up thinking
wants to
that.
be there, but I think that it breaks my heart, because I'll tell like it is. It's a young guy that I see, and I know he's struggling.
Yeah.
But he'll sit there, and it is in the middle part of the day. It's so hot.
I know.
But then he's talking to somebody, so it had messed up his mind.
And that's just it. That's a whole other issue, is that it causes schizophrenia at the end of everything. Not so much the fentanyl, but I mean, I deal with a whole lot of different.
Of course.
Even when my son was smoking what was called wet, and that's embalming fluid, caused hallucinations and such like that. I mean,
you can smoke. What did you call it? Wet?
Yes, it is marijuana laced with embalming fluid, and it has caused many people that have been in his crowd to have hallucinations. So that whole generation has been really wiped out. It has been targeted, wiped out. My son literally has one person from his high school class that he was friends with that is still alive.
Really?
Still alive, right. So that is, like, my son died, he was 24 years old.
Oh my.
Right.
So young.
So young. He would be 32.
Oh wow. Unbelievable. Ladies and gentlemen, we're having a very open conversation, a serious conversation. I really want to say to Melissa, thank you for coming on to share your story, because of the fact that this could help somebody else.
That's right.
Or could show them what steps they can do to help if they are, if it's somebody, even sometimes I think that we realize when I see those people that are dealing with it, they understand, what can I do? They don't want to be there. How can I get help? Who can I talk to?
Well, that's exactly it too. So there's another connection, that let's say that a parent would call in, or someone would get in touch with me, because this happens often, whether it be on Facebook, whether the whole world has my phone number.
Right.
So somebody calls me and says, I am ready to go to rehabilitation. We immediately, we have many tried and true rehabilitation centers. We like to get them out of the city. If it happens to be around here, or if it's north, then we'll move them back down here. But then we also are in contact with the next step, with the halfway or the recovery houses too, that we deal with. So the community partners that I have here in Pensacola, Florida, are superb. When I say that we have resources here, just reach out, because even if you don't need me specifically, you can. I'll direct you to wherever.
Talk to them and tell them. Talk to that camera right there.
I will direct you to exactly where you need to go. If you don't need me, which chances are that you do, because everybody has a family.
Right.
So I will connect you with everyone that I walk arm in arm with. There's not a person, a nonprofit organization, that I don't walk into a room and I say, hi friend, hi family member, right? so grateful for all of the connections. I mean, God has really worked something out here in Pensacola. And if you want to change in your life, or if you want to change in your family member's life, or you want some true healing in your family, there's so many avenues to go to.
Absolutely.
I can tell you that this Saturday, actually, at the Dwelling Place in Pensacola on the west side of town, I myself am going to start to go through Footsteps for Freedom, hosted by Susan McKim, and I am looking forward to this healing time. And I feel like, and I've offered it to everybody in my group, but I'm ready for the next step.
Exactly.
I'm ready to see these families come together. And that's some of the things that I've seen in this past year, that a lot of the leaders or the people in my physical groups are mothers and daughters healing together. And it has been so good. Now, I don't know why it's mothers and daughters and not mothers and sons or fathers, but I'm like, okay, I'm ready for the ride.
Exactly, because
Right?
God gonna put it all together right anyway.
That's it.
We are having a great conversation. I want to invite you to be a part of the conversation. If you have questions, we can talk to you as well at 850-432-7768. It's all here for you as we learn and just, I mean, the things that are affecting us daily that you may not know who to talk to. Let's talk about it today right here on Sunshine's Corner.
Good day, Pensacola. Welcome to a new segment on health and wellness sponsored by Baptist Healthcare in partnership with Sunshine's Corner. Every first Wednesday of the month during Sunshine's telecast, we're going to be bringing you information about health and wellness and ways to make sure we're improving the quality of your health care here in Pensacola. After all, we want to ensure that you're going to the right place at the right time and for the right reason, and that you don't feel alone. Can't wait to see you.
At FPL, we plan for storm season all year long. We're strengthening poles to better withstand severe weather. We're clearing lines to improve resiliency, and we're constantly training teams to act at a moment's notice. Because we're always working, always preparing. So when storms do hit, you can count on us. FPL, working for you every single day.
Hello Daphne, hello Lake Forest. My name is Dr. Brian Ramsey and I'm your Lake Forest president, and I'm running for District 6 City Council. I love this city, I love our community. I'm going to take what I've done in Lake Forest as your president and get into City Hall. On August the 26th, I want you to come out and vote. I'm running on transparency, accountability, and safety. The things that we can work together as a community to make our community better. My slogan is Lake Forest First, and together we will make a better community. My name is Dr. Brian Ramsey and I approve this message.
Take a ride on the Pensacola Beach Island Trolley. From now until September 4th, from 4 p.m. to midnight, tour Pensacola Beach for free on the Island Trolley. Our open-air trolleys allow riders to take in all the fun and sun of Pensacola Beach. Plus, riders will be able to track the trolley's location, making it easier for everyone to plan ahead and enjoy the ride. To learn more about the Pensacola Beach Island Trolley, head to visitpensacolabbeach.com/trolley-information. See you on the trolley.
And welcome back to, wow, Sunshine's Corner on this what day is it, Wednesday? I was about to say Thursday. Oh, not yet, I'm moving the week along. But we're having a great talk with Melissa about Jamie's house. And we were talking off screen about the fact that the connections that you have with the resources that are here. Let's share that, because I didn't know that it was so well connected.
Oh, yeah.
So that the avenues that people need the help and resources is there.
Yes. So there is something called Safe Path under Northwest Florida, and we are recognized under Safe Path, which is the Center for Excellence, and Jamie's Mom's House as a resource center, and for people who have lost loved ones due to addiction. And then with that, if you're looking for another resource, let's say that you're looking for who can help with the homeless community in this drug crisis, you would look under Offensive. Everything is documented. Let's say that you have a youth. Now you're going to look for Hope Above Fear with Stephanie Shepard. Jayla's Voice is another one.
Yes.
So like there's so many different ones that are under Safe Path. And then now maybe you're not looking for a support group per se, but now you're looking for a halfway house. You've got all of those listed. You've got whatever is approved under Safe Path. So it is really a great tool for this area.
Unbelievable. So you see, ladies and gentlemen, we do have some resources there.
Oh,
we just
yes.
got to take the time to ask and find out where we can get the resources.
And literally last week, there was maybe 30 of us nonprofits that were invited to the mental health task force meeting with Michelle Salzman, and just brainstorming about some of the things and actually being given a platform of exactly what is it that you're offering. And that is the most important thing. Hey, I didn't know that so-and-so had that. Let's get that together. And Michelle does such a great job with putting everyone together.
Right. I know that.
Yeah.
I felt that on my arm. You know how it goes, oh, I jumped.
Right.
But okay, when you compare heroin and
Oh yeah.
you compare morphine,
Yeah.
how does fentanyl, is it in the same ramifications that strong, or is fentanyl even stronger?
Even stronger. And now there's something else called carfentanil.
That's called what?
Carfentanil that is even stronger than fentanyl. They're always coming up with something else. And the pharmaceuticals are always coming up with something else.
So what is that? I mean,
Yeah.
what does that, I mean, how is that in a form of what?
So that's also powder. Yes.
Oh my God.
And then you also have Trank that's on it's called Trank, and they are injecting it. I have parents in my group that I have one parent actually that she's been in since we've started this, and I want to say early 2021, maybe even before that. But her son was only 29 when he lost his first leg. She literally carries her child on her back because he lost his limbs due to Trank injected. Yes.
Really?
Yes. And it is an animal tranquilizer. And I remember, like, maybe it's got to be like 3 years ago, that the chief of police here in Pensacola were having a summit out there in Perdido Key with the Kiwanis Club, and my group was present. And he literally said, and how ironic is this, that he said, has anyone ever heard of Kensington, Philadelphia? Well, my husband was born in Kensington, Philadelphia.
Okay.
Now, it wasn't always rough, it was always pretty rough.
Right.
But I mean, Kensington, they actually herd the people in with fences and just allow them to shoot up, allow them to die. He said, imagine, he says, I'm going to predict in 4 years that Pensacola will be like this. We're like, no. Well, if we know this, then we have to be proactive with that, right? You know what I mean?
Right.
It was, but it was how eye-opening. Why would we think that? But people were already breaking into the veterinarian,
The clinics here to get
the clinics, yes, to get the animal tranquilizer, and that was 3 or 4 years ago. And I would love to speak to that man today because he's no longer the chief down here in Pensacola.
Right. Unbelievable. So do you hear, I mean, these are things that I was not aware of. I mean, thank God. I mean, I've been around it. I've seen people use it. Thank God I never did.
Right.
It been offered to me. I mean, in the industry I was in, it was offered to me, but thank God I never wanted that. But when you think about these things for animals,
yeah,
that has got to be, I guess it's so hard for me to fathom.
Of injecting your body with something
with
like
something
that.
That's gonna send me on another level. And you know, and I think that even for our younger people, and even right now, I'll tell you, Melissa, I hate it with a passion. Even when I can walk down the street and I can smell it.
Yes, I know what you mean. It's one of my biggest pet peeves in the world, because I remember even when my son he was like, you probably need to smoke this, Mom. I was like, get this out of my house.
I mean, the scent.
Yes.
You walk past and
I get mad.
And then they don't care who smells it. No. And I said, look, don't bring it around me.
Right. Do I smell like that now?
You know what I'm saying? I mean, and it's so loud.
Yeah. Yes.
And I said, okay, you're trying to give me a contact?
Right.
I mean, but these are the kind of things, I'm so vocal because I'm so against it.
Me too.
And
I think it's rude.
I think it's so rude.
It's so
Don't
rude.
bring your habit on me.
Yes, I agree.
Because
we
okay,
come from a different generation, though. Like they're just so free with it.
Oh my
And
God.
I think it also has to do with all of these shops that have popped up all over the place.
And then now you can, everywhere you go,
Yeah.
it's and what gets me with it, Melissa, and I'm going to look and say this.
Yeah.
When you see these shops, the windows are dark.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they got the windows painted dark. So doesn't that say something?
Right. Oh, I never thought about that. I did just talk to a mother and a daughter last week. And the daughter, wow, her story was unbelievable. But she was like, I want to warn people. She said, I want to warn them not just about the fentanyl. I want to warn them about these shops. She said, they're spraying stuff on top of that, on top of
the legal marijuana.
That's right. That makes it look crystallized. She said, and it is actually sending people insane. She said, I can tell you myself that I've been through hallucinations through it. Now she's in recovery now, so she's being very vocal about it. But she said, you can easily go in there and buy whatever whippets that you want. And she said, I got into such a bad car accident. She's lucky to be alive. This scar goes up into her head. She said she ran right into a guardrail out there in Perdido Key. She's lucky to be alive. She said, and I was so embarrassed that I never even called my parents. I just stayed out.
You're kidding me.
Right. So now that she's in recovery, she's like, I'm telling everyone. Like, how is that legal for me to have been able to go in there and buy this when it's always been illegal all of these years?
Well, is it because they got the license to sell it because they're saying they're doing medical marijuana and then they're just going a little bit further with it?
Maybe they're just going a little bit further because this is where the kids are getting it.
Exactly. And if you want to get rid of pain, go buy your Tylenol.
Right.
I mean,
right?
Go get you my favorite, Aleve, and knock that pain out. I mean, I'm just saying.
Right.
Because I don't believe in it.
Right. No.
I don't believe in it medically. I don't believe in it, period. I mean, I just don't believe in it.
Well, I think that if we could really get to, again, coming back to the families, if we can get into what the root of the problems all are. And is that hard? It's hard. Like, I've just gone through a really hard year. A lot, when you go through some stuff, you realize what kind of stuff you got to get rid of yourself.
Oh, really?
Right, yes. When you go through some stuff, and some stuff that maybe I was holding on to. And 9 years is long for a lot of people. It's short from it's
feel like it was yesterday.
Yeah. So, I think that if you can get down to some of the root of that, maybe we definitely don't need the other.
Exactly. I'm going to go in a little bit deeper. When you found out,
yeah.
Can you take us to that moment?
Oh gosh.
I mean, this is so that somebody, if there are signs that they can see.
Yeah. So people often ask me about when I lost my son. Well, I can tell you that I lost my son when he was 14 years old, because that was the first time that a parent ever gave my son an Oxycontin at a party. And from that time on, it was just chasing him for years and years. And that's when that whole Oxycontin thing came on.
So
the scene.
Oxycontin is.
Yes.
I know Kate, Addie's back there. She's gonna bring us some clinics in a moment. Okay. I mean, because I put one in my hand in the beginning because I knew I did not know how to.
They really set us up, and the more research I've done on that. Thank you. I love you. Thank you, Eddie. They really set us up because we were a test site. So we were a test site for the pharmaceutical, and it was Pennsylvania, Maine, West Virginia got wiped out, Massachusetts, one more. But that's why it has gone to from one place to the next. Oh, it might have been New Hampshire was the other one. Because why didn't it wipe us all out?
Exactly.
Okay, so they used us as testing sites, and then they upped the dosage, right? And then
At a testing site?
So what they did was they took these states and they said, we're going to target these states and see how OxyContin does with the pain relief, with pain management.
Okay.
So sending them to different doctors, then sending them to different clinics, then the people get addicted to it. And as they're getting addicted to it, they're saying to the doctors, sell it with a higher dose. Higher dose means that you're going to make more money off of it, right? Now it's on the streets. People are robbing pharmacies, the whole 9 yards, right? Now it's against the law. You can't have OxyContin anymore. But it got on the streets because parents were taking the OxyContins, selling the OxyContins to the kids.
What?
Oh, absolutely. I've had a nurse come to my house to say to me that my son forgot to sign a check. It was my check. I said, he didn't forget to sign this, honey. He knew that that's forgery, right? She was like, you need to sign this check. I said, no, I know that you're a nurse and I'll have your license. You better get out of here.
Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, I tell you, this is so deep. I mean, people often tell me this, sometimes I can tell you when you really listen because I don't talk much. I just listen. And I'm just listening. Please pay attention to what we're talking about today because you may have a problem. There may be something going on that you haven't even noticed, but you can see now that there is help. There is hope.
That's right.
Come with us, 850-432-7768. We'll be back with more right here on Sunshine's Corner.
You finally found the perfect car in Racing Blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
Ask the Messick Insurance Agency in Pensacola if auto owners make sense for you.
Keep going, more. No, stop!
Come see us at Royal Appliance Outlet. We have refrigerators, washers and dryers, stoves, beautiful furniture from all of your name brands that you know and trust. Samsung, Whirlpool, Frigidaire, and GE, all at discount prices. Come visit us today at 1612 Faith Boulevard. You're gonna love our easy credit to help you bring all your favorite furniture home. Come visit Royal Appliance Outlet.
It's baseball season. From heart-stopping plays to legendary victories, this is baseball at its finest. Grab your seat, bring your energy, and witness greatness live. Don't just watch it, feel it. The Pensacola Blue Wahoos are back, and you can watch Pensacola Blue Wahoos home games live on Fridays and Saturdays, only on Blab TV. Love the Blue Wahoos but can't watch? Get your tickets now.
The Emerald Coast Utilities Authority's state-of-the-art materials recycling facility processes recyclables for communities throughout the region, lowering need for more landfills. This highly efficient recycling service accepts glass, paper, cardboard, plastics, aluminum, and more. But we need your help. Please make sure your recyclables are clean of garbage, food, and liquids. Also, please remember that plastic shopping bags, foam products, or yard waste are not recyclable. To learn more, go to livegreenecua.com.
And welcome back to this edition of Sunshine's Corner Wednesday Hump Day. We're talking with Melissa Moya. Did I pronounce that right?
Yes.
And this deadly drug that's on the streets. And I just learned something from her. I did not know heroin was not anymore.
Does not exist anymore. But what happened is with the OxyContin, it got too expensive for everybody to buy on the streets. And then the pharmaceuticals were under a watchful eye because it was killing so many people. So in rolls the heroin at the opportune time. And then because it was so inexpensive, right? Mm-hmm. Like you can spend $20 as opposed to $80 for
So is fentanyl cheap or is it very expensive?
Fentanyl is cheap.
so everybody can get it if they want it.
Yes.
How can we get a message to the churches, to the families, the schools, for these kids?
That's right. Well, we are all trying to do that, and that's all of us all together.
Right.
So I know that finally that Hope Above Fear does go and has had an opportunity with Escambia High School. I talk to anybody that'll listen, any churches, anyone that will listen. I invite them for the talk, because I'll tell you what, when this first started here, do you know how many church doors were slammed in my face? And I can tell you of a few that were like, I don't know how that happened in your family, but this doesn't happen in our church. And I looked up at the person and I said, well, grateful that it doesn't. I said, but you'd be surprised. They said, you know, my parents are preachers. I went to Bible college. My son was a Bible college student. It happened to anybody's family. So God bless you. I hope it doesn't happen in your family.
Really?
And then, so I was starting to talk about this when it was not comfortable to talk about, right?
That's what I'm looking at now. It sounds like some
Right.
people. Do you think sometimes parents or even a person that's around you will say, no, not my child?
I think that those times have long gone now, because I feel as if some of us have really pioneered the way for the conversation.
Okay.
It's unfortunate that it took sacrifice of our own family to open that door. But the more that I told my story and the more that the others told their stories, it is more like maybe they'll pull me aside and be like, hey, this is happening too. Or let's say when we have the brunches for the families, maybe a new person will come in and say, I need help, like my nephew. Or so it's becoming more talked about.
Good job. Well, do with Narcan.
Yes.
I'm going to come back because I know a friend. When he lost his son back here several years ago, he went on TV and he was saying that, you know, because sometimes kids, the people that are with them are afraid to call for help.
Yeah, that's right. Well, that happened to my son. They son,
think that they're going to be in trouble if they call.
Right. But there's a brand new law now.
Okay.
You can call and save a life. It doesn't even matter if you're high. Call and save that life. That happened to my son. My son actually died in someone's laundry room. They put him into a laundry room to die.
In the laundry room?
Yes. So and there was a parent present in that house. Yeah.
So he was doing it in somebody's house?
Yes. With the other
kid?
Yep.
And so when they found out that something was happening,
yes,
they placed him in the laundry room.
Yes.
Didn't call for help.
No.
And that's where he transitioned.
Yes. And then after I heard years later, somebody called me, and it was a friend, and they called me via messenger. It was somebody from my high school, and he said, Missy, I just want you to know, I was the person that came. I was the EMT, and I tried everything with James. And but they waited too long.
Oh my God. I commend you. That's got to be strength to do what you're doing. I don't know what I do. Lord have mercy, I don't know what I do. I don't know what I don't know what I could do. I don't know what I would. I commend her on her strength, the war that you're fighting, that to help somebody else in the loss of your son. I heard you tell Addie just a moment ago, he was the love of your life.
The love.
And my God.
But he was so inspirational. To know him, like that's how I came up with the whole be somebody, somebody. It didn't matter if he was struggling.
Be somebody.
Yes. When he was, whether he was struggling or he was sailing high, he was always grabbing the underdog behind him, and that's what we do.
Unbelievable. Ladies and gentlemen, there are so many things that I'm one that opens up my ears so I can learn. I open up my heart so that I can receive the truth. And I'm saying to you, today's conversation is a really, really strong, deep, serious conversation about the epidemic, because I believe it's an epidemic now.
Absolutely.
Because of so
Yes.
many people, so many young people and adult people
Yes.
that's being affected by fentanyl.
Yes.
And with the numbers that I heard right here in Pensacola,
Yes.
that I heard from the sheriff department,
Yes.
absolutely blew me away with the number of people that's being affected by this
Yes.
drug.
So imagine that they're giving you the statistics of the people that have overdosed and expired. Not the people that have survived, and not the families that have survived this.
Right.
So we've all been affected. It's been it's been a war.
Right. So when you say, because I can imagine, yes, the whole family is affected,
Yeah.
and the whole family needs to go through to get that help. How is it? What is the step? Because you are a strong woman, doing what you do. Families that's been affected by this with their children, I'll say even with Lakeisha,
Yes.
I love her dearly.
Me too. So I just talked to Hammer before we got
Right.
here, and he asked me if we were doing the walk this year, and he also had asked me about what I had posted in Jamie's mom's house about the Footsteps of Freedom, and who was that open to? And I said it's open to all of us.
That's right.
It's open to the community, and there will be more resources open
At the
yeah, and as we move forward, like I believe that there will be birthed a sibling support group. The siblings are often left out, right? There are there's so many people that are affected by this. We're going to have a lot more resources available, a lot more groups, a lot more healing.
When you say that the siblings, the parents, and everybody
Yeah.
is affected,
Even friends.
Really?
Oh my gosh. Let me tell you. So we do have, which this gives me the opportunity to say about Holes for Hope. Holes for Hope is an upcoming fundraiser that we have on October 3rd this year. And this year it'll be at Osceola Golf Course.
Okay.
But this is our 4th annual one, and it benefits all of our programs and services at the center. And every year I go out and I get whole sponsors. So some of the whole sponsors are from businesses. Most of the whole sponsors are from people that lost.
That's what we're talking about.
Oh, yep, that's it. Call Katie.
Talk about it.
Right, yes. So most of the whole sponsors that I get are from family members or friends that have lost loved ones to addiction, and they're the pictures. We call them the somebodies, and we put them on the whole. Last year, there was one man that must have had 8 people. There were 8 people on his poster of people that he had lost the previous year.
The previous year?
The previous year. Is that
8?
I'm going to say at least 8.
Oh my God.
Yes.
So how can people be a part of this event? How can we get the community involved to be a part, to
Oh my gosh.
buy a whole, to sponsor
Yes,
a whole?
sponsor a whole. Be a. I'll tell you what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a lunch sponsor. We need food for 100 people. If you're a business and you want to donate that to us, that would be so wonderful. We need some sponsors
To be a part. Let's get the message out. Right.
Yeah, please look it up on the Center for Excellence website, or call Katie Barker. That's our director. And there's all sorts of sponsorships. Like I believe that there's a 5,000 as a key, 2,500. There's all kinds of different levels. 1,000, 500, and again, as I mentioned, the food sponsor. And come out and golf and have a good time for a very good cause. It's not just Jamie's mom's house at the Center for Excellence.
Right.
But we have the AWARE initiative that Katie heads up as well. And that is for human trafficking. So she's also a part of the board here in Florida.
Get away.
Yes, so next month
So I'm
it will
listening. What I'm
probably
hearing,
be
all of these.
Yes.
I'm going to choose this word. Tragedies.
Yes.
Connect.
Yes, they sure do. So we walk hand in hand.
Yes.
So even though me and Katie are going in opposite directions, what we do goes hand in hand.
Exactly.
And then we have the community table, which we give families a hand up once a week, once a month. Each family will come a different week. And we serve anywhere between 50 and 75 families a week.
You said give them a hand up?
Yes.
I love that.
Yes, we
now,
give them
that
a hand.
consists
Yes.
of
a food box for their family. So most of them are working class people that have
It's
to
hitting
choose.
everybody.
That's right. You have to choose between gas or groceries. How about your electric bill?
Right.
Right? So this supplements their income. You know, some of them may just get food food stamps, and that won't
They're
cover
talking
the
about
month.
cutting that too.
Oh my gosh, that doesn't cover anything. So that 1 week we offer them a hand up, and they can come in and see the other resources as well. We also have a hands up practical skills course as well, which goes anywhere from Finances 101 to cooking on a budget to small mechanical preparations or whatever, fix your toilet, do all things that they used to teach at school that they did away with.
Unbelievable.
Right?
Unbelievable. Everybody, this is so much that you can learn today and some things that you can be a part of. I cannot believe, and I love the way what you call a hand up.
Yes.
Because so many people, and with the economy how it is today, it's affecting everybody.
Yes.
So please stay with us. We got more information for you right here on Sunshine's Corner.
My name's Kelly McLeod. I'm the owner of Bella Magazine. Bella is a source of uplifting and inspiring content for the women of Pensacola.
I think the magazine is just so thoughtfully done. There's a lot of attention to detail. The stories are really good.
You've got seriousness, you've got fun, education, fashion. It just encompasses everything.
Women are multidimensional, and so is Bella.
From the efficiency of American natural gas and the dependability of nuclear power, to the strength of Florida's sunshine and the flexibility of advanced battery storage systems, we leverage a diverse mix of energy sources to power our growing state, ensuring reliable, low-cost power for your home or business whenever you need it. FPL, working for you every single day.
Take a ride on the Pensacola Beach Island Trolley. From now until September 4th, from 4 p.m. to midnight, tour Pensacola Beach for free on the Island Trolley. Our open-air trolleys allow riders to take in all the fun and sun of Pensacola Beach. Plus, riders will be able to track the trolley's location, making it easier for everyone to plan ahead and enjoy the ride. To learn more about the Pensacola Beach Island Trolley, head to visitpensacolabbeach.com/trolley-information. See you on the trolley.
Well, I think it's all about local, and I'm a big believer in local. So I think anytime you can carry a message out locally, it's important. And I think it's anytime the person that delivers the service can also deliver the message, which is unusual. You have the people that actually deliver the project doing the talking, and I think that's a huge difference, and really makes a huge value difference for the consumer. So I'm really just so grateful that we have this local opportunity with Blab TV. My name is Quince Dieter, and I am Blab TV.
Of them.
And welcome back to this conversation today on Sunshine's Corner. This is not a conversation that should be just left out. Now, you can see this show again this afternoon at 6 o'clock. If you didn't get a chance to watch it today, tell people that you know that need to know this information. 6 o'clock p.m. today, you can see this all over again. We'll play it back. But I got to say to Melissa, with all the work that you're doing and the things that you've got your hand in to make a difference, and it deserves what my mama would say, a round of applause for itself, because of doing what you do. It's got to be a job that's really difficult because of what you have dealt with and what you're dealing with still. There are certain things that I think when you happen in your life, you never get over it. You just learn to deal with it.
Right.
And I mean, with you and the strength that you have with the loss of the love of your life, how you're taking him and going back out to tell people how to handle their situations, that deserves something within itself, because I gotta say that about Lakeisha as well. She does the same thing.
That's right. Turned our purpose, our pain into our purpose.
Mm-hmm.
That's what, and we could have just sat there. And I did sit there a while.
Okay. Because I was wondering, oh my God, how in the world, how could you handle it?
Oh gosh.
What did you do? How could you?
I don't know how. My husband's a saint. He's a saint. I don't know how I got through it because we were in Buffalo at the time, and that's where we lived. But I was in a mental fog for a long time, like mentally not right for years. And then one day I was like, and it was during the pandemic, I was like, we're not going to do this anymore, Matt. I'm not going to be like this. I'm not going to go to bed and be like, if you love me, you'll smother me with a pillow. I'm not going to do that to you anymore.
What? Oh my
yes.
God.
Yeah, like I lost my somebody. And my husband really, I mean, he was such a pillar. I don't know how people do it without God. I really don't know.
You said that right.
I don't know how, because
Choose
I
what
could
to
barely,
begin. That's right.
I could barely do it with him.
Amen.
Right?
Amen.
So, yeah, I always want to mention my husband, because my husband is my rock. He is my person. And he loved me to life. He loved me to life, and that's what I do with other people as well.
Absolutely.
And that's what he does. Like he's just.
With all that you do, Melissa, I really want to focus on the event that's coming up out at Osceola Golf Course.
Yes, please.
Because people, we need to come together. I say this all the time. I believe that if we connect the dots, if we all learn to work together, and not trying to pull it apart or to find a way not to do it, let's find a way to do it.
Yeah, let's be a puzzle piece.
That's right. Life happens.
Yeah.
So let's do what we said. Like the Bible, he says, come on now.
Yep.
We are supposed to be one. We're supposed to love thy neighbor as thyself.
That's right.
That we should really be a part of to help. Just because that didn't knock at your door.
Yep. That's right. Come on. Because it could at any time.
It could happen to anybody.
Anytime.
So therefore, learn ways that could even help you help a loved one. Or if you think that there are signs that are being shown that you're not aware of, here's a way that you can find out ways that can be more productive about the things that can help you.
That's it.
And that's coming up on what date?
That is October 3rd.
October the 3rd.
Yes.
And you can call Katie.
Call Katie.
And if they will put that, there's a number on that screen. There it is.
That's it.
850-346-5195.
And there's our website, and it will tell you everything about the event as well. And that website is beautiful. You'll know everything that we do over there at the center. We don't want to be the West Side's secret.
Exactly.
Get it out, and be a part. Like we're 4, almost 5 years strong.
Exactly.
Right, and come and partner with us. We need each other. We need each other for this.
I agree with that. I agree 100%. So ladies and gentlemen, this is what we're saying. Let's come together, because when you think about the crises that we're in the midst of right now that can be affecting everybody, I'm talking about with the drug use that's in the city. We as a community can come together to at least put a dent in this. Now I think that if we come together, we can do anything. I strongly believe that. I believe that everything on the inside of me, because there's no little I, no big you. We can give you a hand up.
That's it.
I love that.
That's it, I know.
And that hand up is given out, what, once a week, once a month?
So you can get on that list. I believe that they have a team there on Fridays, and I think it's Tuesdays as well. But you'll see that on their
on the web when they go
on the website.
Go to the website, you find out all the information. I want to say to you, Melissa, I tell you, like I told you a year ago when I met you, we got to keep this going because we're yet in the crisis.
That's right.
And we got to keep the message out. I believe the more we talk about anything, we can come up with a solution.
That's right.
I believe if we keep it open, that we don't cover up what's really there. Let's be able, as my mother used to say, you have 2 ears and 1 mouth.
Yeah.
Listen more.
Right.
Listen more and talk less, and you'll see how you can help.
That's it.
And I agree with that. And what you're doing, I want to commend you. I will always be here for you to help in any way I can. I meant that day a year ago when I came out to the walk.
Thank you. That was so wonderful. Thank you.
I came out to the walk, and I mean, if I'm not booked, I'll be out to the walk again, because I mean, it was get my exercise on with a purpose. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to do the same thing. Go to the website. You will see the link that came up on the screen. There's a phone number that's there for help. You can do if Jimmy will put that up, there it is. There it is. There it is right there. All the information where you can be a part. October the 3rd is going to be the walk. But now if there's something you need to talk to Melissa about, don't wait till the 3rd.
That's right. Yes, you can call me anytime at 850-549-8152. Everybody has my phone number. You can friend me on Facebook. You can. I'm not scared to give you my phone number. Everybody's got a card.
Exactly. Give that phone number one more time.
850-549-8152. And I hope actually that Katie Barker's phone blows up today.
Exactly.
I really do. Please call. Please be a part of this.
Katie's gonna come back and say, "What did you do?"
I know.
I can't say hello, hello, hello. But you know, with what you're doing is so needed, and the fact that of your openness, and you see when you say with the drug that's out there, so many things that they're doing, but it affects the whole family.
Yes.
So therefore, the whole family needs help. And we as a community, I believe that we are a community that I call that family.
That's
so
it.
Let's come together.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's come together.
And heal together. And if you've got a resource or you are a person that needs something, like make each other available. That's all.
And
be
stop
available
saying,
to
if
one
I
another.
can or if I can't.
That's
Do it
right.
because you can.
That's right.
You know what I
That's
mean?
it.
Do it because you can. And Melissa, thank you for getting up early, coming down so we can have
you.
something to talk about.
Thank you so
And we're going to
much.
keep this information so we can keep it going so that people can be ready for October the 3rd.
That's wonderful.
Come on, let's find a hole. Let's come on, sponsor a hole. You can do the same thing. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a fantastic day. And I tell you, Melissa Moya, Katie Barker, everybody who's doing all of this work, all the names I don't remember, let's come together. Let's pull our resources together to make a difference right here in Pensacola. Because as a matter of fact, we are all family.
That's right.
So family does look out for family. It's been a great show today, and I've got to get out of here. But tomorrow, we've got the Grammy Award winning that's coming, that's going to be on with us tomorrow morning, Mr. October London. If you've heard about him, he's going to be our guest tomorrow. So until then, my friends, I want to leave you as I do every day. Never, ever, ever lose your focus. Always remember to keep God first. Handle it that way, I'll guarantee you'll be a total success. Until then, know that I love you with a perfect kind of love. Keep shining while I'm gone. Sunshine's Corner, being brought to you by Quint and Richie Studer.